Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ragin' Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll operate out of split backs. Give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's Bullard. Fakes to grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and Alston.
And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Horned Frogs are marching down the field. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first. The ball squirts free. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And the Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality.
No more 4,500 yards passing.
Off to a hot start for this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
Cannot win a natty, airing the ball out. Gotta run it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Handoff from the shotgun. And how about the work-up run by that big defensive line?
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air. It's Jefferson. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Wide open, and it's a foot race.
I dove 1,000,000 yards. We got the down to a science.
Good return of better than 30 yards.
Okay.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Comes the offense back onto the field. Scanning the field, it's Jefferson. He let that thing fly quickly,
Come
but he
on,
couldn't
boy.
make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Complete to the right.
Oh, what a
Really good job to pick up a
boy.
chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
And the Raging Cajuns with the 1st and 10. Hand off from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Raging Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Raging Cajuns have this offense rolling. He'll do it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the gets him down.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll leave it with him. They thought they could
pass
just run
position.
it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to run it. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
To the air, it's Jefferson. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Motion from the wide out. To the air on second down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Connection to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cajuns. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, and they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a
two
big
picks.
score.
You know,
You
go
want
back
to
to
get
the
late and start getting the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On the run from inside his own 5. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. A strike downfield. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Bullard. Get it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Off play action on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Running into the open space. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
I love it. Are you serious?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate
Did you
not
see
to
he
lose
jam
yardage
like
on
that?
that play, able to wedge
This
it
is
back to the
crazy.
line of scrimmage.
As That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
What you got, man? Come on, what to do? What you got?
It'll be 3rd and long.
What, after any people?
Looking to throw, it's Bullard. Dumps it to the back. He's got it and still on his feet. And
Checks.
he'll take it
No
in
checkers.
and house it. Touchdown, TCU!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Yes, sir, Juddy.
And the
Hey, I'm
extra
trying to
point
call
puts
it
them
out,
on
man.
top
Trying to do a little
21
research in my
to
study,
7.
man.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a
Study.
great top 25 matchup.
And suffocate on
Penn
first and second
State
down.
is
man.
down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest
I gotta
student
get this first down
linebacker,
and second down to be tough for
anything
him.
is possible. They're trailing by
You
just
wanna hold on to a rock,
to
you know what I'm talking
Ohio
about?
State. Just another
If I
week
can
in the
get
Big
him- if I
Ten
can
where
get
the
him
only
stopped
constant
right here,
is
he's
chaos. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know
think
Kevin
a
and those
screen's
guys will
coming.
be keeping an eye on it for us.
Put over here. I think the screen's coming.
They'll go to the ground.
Oh, nice.
Fights off in the back. Makes the stop at
I
the
guess
30,
wrong.
but a big 15-yard
Counter.
pickup
Okay.
gets him out of trouble.
Yeah, right into
I'll
they
tell you,
can.
this defense and their front
Oh,
seven,
they
they're
did it.
going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The give to the tailback. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way
Stabilize
up
the
to the 36.
midfield.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Raging Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And the Raging Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. Third down play from the gun.
Nope, need that.
Coming in hot, and they got him at
But
the
we're in
29.
we're in the same conference, Cam.
And how about the defense?
We're in the same
getting
conference.
home
He's in the
with the
pass
pass rush, playing
same
man
one.
coverage in the back end. You
They
need to
both in
win
Big
up
12.
front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job
So
rushing
shut up
the
and watch,
passer.
or don't.
I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the
Any more questions? Come on.
43-yard line before he stops.
I'm ready for the gym again, bro. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Got 50-50 in contact, contested specialist, bro. That's all I'm waiting on,
TCU
brother.
has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working that left side now. Bust through behind his pad. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Give to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Let's look at the rest of this.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bullard. Quick strike complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down to 2 minutes before half. They'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He'll pull it down. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Bullard. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
He'll take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Defense looks as if it's coming. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
You get a little faster, a little better.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half.
They're waiting on it.
Wants to throw. It's Jefferson. The throw. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
He was coming.
He's down at the 25-yard line.
One of the guys I upgraded if he was going his own defense. Yes,
well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Oh, don't do it. Okay.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU. A great catch and run for 6.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Jefferson. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. They get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Right.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter
and giving him a run pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. Exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
That'll do it.
And here's the return. Oh, he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Go arounds, crossing.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Finds his big tight end. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so
Just
gifted
missed it.
athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Wants to go up top on first down.
Yep.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Raging Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate
Throw a flag.
points in this one here in the third quarter. You're seeing the defense and how much
Let's
pride
see.
they take.
I anticipate another throw
It's
route.
not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Throw route across around.
Fires to the
Get
wide
in there
out.
for that curl route.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is
Stop it.
physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, you robbing all that shit.
Another incompletion on third
Oh, you
down.
can.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
Oh, go get that.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback.
And Rivers on it. Let's see how it goes.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking for a man. It's Bullard.
Oh,
Gets it
beautiful.
to him on the screen.
Oh, get out of there, big fella.
Smashes through the tackle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Stopping the case out of his dude.
And the
Oh, yeah, I got
Horned
50
Frogs
yards, man.
now
He's
with a
averaging
long way to
25
go
to
to pick
30.
up the first down.
Inside
Wide
leverage.
receiver going in
Man to
motion.
man. Cool.
They'll go right back to him.
Oh,
He's
somebody.
going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
It'll be third and long.
Is this how he really gonna play it? I know he's not gonna do that. I know he's not gonna do that.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Kentucky is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at Wildcat on the menu tonight in Lexington.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Who scheduled this shit? Day and night. Dan. Sweet baby Ray's BBQ sauce.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Horned Frogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate. Explosive plays.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
We're on TV. Make some noise. It's 3rd down.
The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
All by himself down the middle. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that and put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
52, Louisiana, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things...
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Horned Frogs will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play action fake. Buying some time. trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. Working on the right. And that is how we will wrap this one up.